What is up, YouTube? My name is Mr. Kyle Cohen. I'm a fourth grade teacher in Cleveland, Ohio. Welcome to my classroom and welcome to the first day of school. It is currently 7:07 in the morning on August 26, 2021. In about an hour and a half, I will be welcoming our newest group of fourth graders into the classroom family. I am so excited to see them. I cannot wait to meet them. Today we will have half of the students' last names A through K. Tomorrow we will have the other half of the students' last names L through Z. We're doing a soft start to ease our way into the school year. Monday we will have all students here in the classroom and we are truly so excited. I thought I would flip the camera around, show you what our day is going to look like, walk you through the things that I do on the first day of school, some of the things that I find to be really important to establish that really strong classroom community from the first day. What we do here, what we do now, sets the groundwork for what is hopefully going to be a really impactful year for students. So let me turn the camera around, walk you through my day, and then I'm sure you can expect I have a couple of things to get done this morning, so then I'm gonna set you down, go get everything together, and I will pick you up maybe when I get home at the end of the day and give some updates on what the first day was like. In case you missed my last video, my district recently announced updates. When it comes to distancing and pandemic protocols, we went back to spacing desks 3 feet apart, and all students and staff will be wearing masks. The hope here is obviously with masks, with distancing, this hopefully reduces the amount of students and teachers who will need to quarantine if we get into a situation that requires people to quarantine. So hopefully this is just a way to keep students and staff safe and ultimately reduce the amount of people who would hypothetically need to be in quarantine. When students get here today, I have one of those huge 4 balloons. We're going to take photos with the number 4 balloon. I actually brought my other camera so that I could take photos of students. I shared these photos on the last day of school with families. I'll also share them after today. I'll send them out to families. Really fun seeing how much they grow in the 4th grade, not just academically, but also physically. Half of my desks are empty because only half of my class is coming to school today. The other half will come tomorrow. So just to make sure that I'm not confused, I put everything out for the students who are coming today. On students' desks, they have this All About Me pennant. It asks for things like their name, birthday, age, favorite food, animal color, when I grow up. I like to have something for students to do immediately when they get to their seat. I don't want any of that awkward sitting, awkward pausing. I want them to engage with something, especially because a lot of them might be feeling a little bit nervous on the first day of school. This is a way to help ease the nerves, get them doing, get them thinking, and it's very low stakes. I also take these, we cut them out, and I will string them together and hang them somewhere in the classroom. So this is a favorite. I also have these Welcome to 4th grade letters. These letters were made by my students last school year. This is an idea from Hello 5th, Jill, over on Instagram. She did this with her classroom. I thought it was brilliant. When I was passing out these letters the other day, I had the chance to read them for the first time because at the end of the school year, I certainly didn't have time to read them. But I actually read them and it made me so happy to read these letters. It made me miss my class from last year, but it also was just so incredible to think about the fact that a rising 4th grader is sitting in this room getting some words of wisdom from my previous students. Like, how cool is that? So we have the letter, we have the pennant, and then I just have these pencils. This one says, "Your voice matters," and it clearly doesn't want to focus, but take my word for it. It says your voice matters. They all say something a little bit different. Those pencils came, I think, from that dollar section at Target. So that's a look at the physical space. When it comes to student desks, the only thing inside of desks is a whiteboard and a eraser, and then supply pouches. at our meet and greet, students organized all of their supplies. They put what they need in their desk, in their supply pouch, everything else in their locker. Since students will be rotating classes this year and I'll be having a completely different group in the afternoon, I really want those desks to be empty. So when my students in the afternoon come in, they can put their materials in the desk that they will bring with them to hopefully reduce things being on the floor, sitting on their desk that's distracting them, and those sorts of things. This welcome message will also be posted when students walk into the classroom this morning. It asks them to make their lunch choice. This will be projected up on our smartboard on the right-hand side of the screen, which you can't see right now for student privacy. They will take their name. I have my entire class, their name written on this slide. They will take their name using their finger and they will slide it into the lunch choice that they would like. These are just the choices my school has every day. Regular is just like the typical lunch. And then we also provide a hot dog and peanut butter and jelly option. This was really funny to me when I got my job at my school, and I actually had a student last year who I believe every day, maybe minus like 3 days of the entire school year, ate a hot dog. So that's that. But anyway, students will make their lunch choice. I always have a morning message posted, and this year it will just make my life a little bit easier that they will move their name, and then all I have to do is record it really fast and send the paper down to the cafeteria so that they are prepared for lunch. We will then go ahead and get started with our morning. The first thing I'm going to do is give an introduction to myself. I will introduce myself to my students. They obviously want to know who I am as their teacher. We're going to get this done first thing. I will share with them that I love the 4th grade and that it is my favorite grade, that this is my 4th year of 4th grade, and that I am incredibly excited. I also share with my students my love and passion for The Ohio State University. It's the unfortunate reality that they do not have a choice when it comes to what their favorite college is either. I educate my students in what is factual, and that is that The Ohio State University is the only and best university in the United States of America. So they are going to learn that fact, memorize that fact, and master that fact by the end of 4th grade. I'm obviously joking. Kind of. I will also share with students my love of Cleveland, how much I enjoy living here, supporting our sports teams, and all of those fun things. I will share with my students that I love Kit Kats and airplanes because I love to travel, and Mitchell's ice cream, which if you are from Cleveland or have been to Cleveland or know anything about Cleveland, I hope you have had Mitchell's ice cream. I'm sad for people who do not live in Cleveland because you do not get Mitchell's ice cream, but I'm also happy that it is just a Cleveland thing, because if it went nationwide, like, I don't know, what Jenny's or Grater's has done, it's just not the same. So Mitchell's ice cream for the win. I love goldfish, YouTube, obviously, taking pictures and photography, and cycling. I share my favorites. Again, we're getting comfortable. They're getting acclimated. I'm telling jokes. We're smiling. It's fun. It's light. It's the first day of school. Kids should be having fun. Remember that. We're then going to play this or that. They're going to stand up. We're going to move to one side of the room if they like this, the other side of the room if they like that. That is because I just did a lot of talking. It is now time for them to get up, get moving, get thinking. I'm thinking about every minute of every day, right? If I'm sitting and they're listening, it's time to then switch. I don't want them to get bored. I want things to stay exciting. So move to the one side of the room if you like vanilla, other side if you like chocolate, this side if you like reading, that side if you like math, and so on. So we'll do a bunch of these. Then I will teach my students one of my favorite celebrations, which is 2 claps and a dab. It is as simple as what Betty White is demonstrating. We clap 2 times and we dab. I use celebrations daily, multiple times a day, to celebrate small victories in the classroom. Student reads something out loud for the entire class, we celebrate them. Students do something like coming up to the board and showing us their work, we celebrate them. We celebrate everything. We celebrate all the time. This is how we build classroom community. This is how we build a strong culture. This is how we build a classroom where students feel comfortable taking risks. You don't get celebrated only when you get something right. You get celebrated for being brave. You get celebrated for demonstrating leadership. And on the first day of school, I teach them 2 claps and a dab. And every single day for the next week or so, I will teach them another celebration that we use. And then I take their ideas, and they have really fun ideas for what it comes to what a celebration can look like. And we incorporate those into our daily practice. I then share a secret with students. I tell them that they're the best class ever. This is something that came from Rita Pearson's TED Talk. If you are an educator and have not watched that TED Talk, I'm actually going to ask you to stop this video, go down to my description box, watch the TED Talk, come back to the video. Rita Pearson does an incredible job of explaining the importance of being a champion for students. I want my students to feel like I am their champion. I am their champion. It is my role as an educator to build students up. That is what this is all about. They are the best class ever, so when we are walking down the halls of this school, they need to act like the best class ever. When we're walking past a class of first graders or kindergartners, they need to model what it looks like to be part of the best class ever. It is an opportunity to be together, to have me as their teacher, right? Because we are the best. They are the best. In this language, this talk is building them up. It is encouraging them to be at their best every minute of every day. And it is something that I find so incredibly important to share with my students on the first day of school and continue to talk about throughout the entire year. I share another secret with my students, and it's that I'm feeling nervous today. Regardless of how I'm actually feeling, there are some nerves on the first day of school, right? It's new, it's uncomfortable, it's different. I'm wearing a mask, it's hot, I'm sweating. And I'm transparent about that. Again, when I mess up, I apologize to my students. When I'm feeling nervous, I tell them. If I'm feeling sick and have a cough or a cold, right? I tell them. Authenticity in the classroom is huge. If you're having an off day and you share with your students, you know what, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm just not feeling 100% today. They're going to listen and be empathetic to that, instead of you powering through and trying to be someone that you're not. No different than on the first day of school. I'm feeling nervous. I'm telling you that right now. So if any of you are also feeling nervous, know that I am too. Again, I'm establishing a sense of community. I'm establishing a sense of being comfortable. These are things that are really important to me on the first day of school. I'm then going to go over our schedule for the day, the things that we're going to be doing. I'm going to be telling them when recess is and when lunch is, because that's typically what they care about. And we're then going to have a brain dump about PACS. PACS, I talked about in my last video, is our district-wide behavior management meets school culture meets PBIS system. This is how students act, right? We talk about PACS leadership, what it means to be a PACS leader. I have fourth graders, so they've heard this since kindergarten now. So I'm just going to have them on their whiteboards brain dump. This is also an opportunity to talk about expectations when using our whiteboards. This is a perfect activity to talk about whiteboards, to talk about our expectations, and it is giving students the voice and gives me an opportunity to just stop talking. Part of PACS is establishing a PACS vision. Students are going to talk about the things that we want to see, hear, do, and feel in our classroom community. I'm going to give them 15 minutes to, on their computers, reflect about the things that they want to see, hear, do, and feel. We will then take these ideas, we will have a conversation as a class, and we will post this vision up on the board for us to see every minute of every day. This connects really well to a classroom tour. So we're going to walk around the classroom. They're going to follow. I'm going to show them the things that they can touch, the things that they cannot touch. I will talk about our expectations for sharpening pencils, our expectations for using shared supplies, our expectations for what the library looks like and how we manage the library, and our expectations for the bathroom. I don't want to take all day and talk about systems and procedures, but these are 4 really important ones that I do need to talk about on the first day, because they are things that we will constantly be needing to know in the classroom. So I take this time on the first day to just go through these 4. Everything else we kind of talk about as we take that quick little tour around the classroom. We're then going to complete a boss versus leader sort. This came also from Jill at Hello Fifth. I'm one of her biggest fans. Love her work and everything she puts out for all of us educators. I write on the board what they must do. This is a practice that I use every day. So must do is the thing that we're working on that they need to complete. That's typically what the timer is demonstrating. So they're gonna have 20 minutes in a group to complete the boss versus leader sort. Really great conversations about leadership, which is a huge thing that I talk about in my classroom. And then may do is if they finish their must do. So may do for this is gonna be finishing the pennant that they started this morning. And then I just have a quick little all about me thing if I need students to have something else to do if they are bored and looking for something to do. A lot of our may do activities we haven't launched yet, we haven't talked about yet, things that are on their Chromebook, programs we use, activities throughout the classroom. I'll be slowly teaching the procedures for May-Dos as we move throughout the school year. So for today, just keeping it really simple. We are then, if the time permits, going to create these vision boards. This is an example of my vision board. It is a Google slide that has pictures and images about who I am as a person. I have a slide deck that has my slide first and then my students after, and they're going to be able to design their slides. Today, they're going to create their slides. Monday, when the entire class is here, they're going to present their slides. Just another opportunity for us to learn more about one another and to continue to establish that strong classroom community. This will then take us into our specials time. I'll go over the specials expectations before we head there, as well as our recess and lunch expectations. This is just a way for us to briefly talk about these expectations before we go to those places. That's an overview of what the morning will look like up until our lunchtime. We actually have the last lunch in the building, so students are done with lunch at about 1:30. From there, my partner teacher and I are going to combine classes. Since we have half the group today, we thought this was the perfect opportunity to do so. We're going to combine classes. We're doing the marshmallow challenge, which I will link down below. It's just a team building activity where students have to use pasta noodles and tape to balance a marshmallow up at the top. They're gonna be working with small groups to do that. Great way to launch small groups on the first day, talking about collaboration and teamwork. We will also be reading the book, Our Class is a Family, having conversations about what the word family means. This will also allow us to further talk about what our classroom community is going to look like. And from there, we each made a Kahoot. It's about 10 questions, so our other class can get to know us on the first day, because again, with this partner teaching model, I will be having my partner teacher's class in the afternoon. She will be having my class in the afternoon. So we have about 10 questions of a Kahoot that we made for one another's class to just better get to know us in a very fun, engaging way. Going to be flexible, going to have fun. Today is all about establishing that classroom community from day one. So I have a lot to do. I'm going to go get some things done. I will hopefully catch you up at the end of the day to just give you some updates on, was it everything that we hoped and dreamed of? So catch you in a little bit. It was a great day. I just got home, I just changed. It's usually the first thing I do when I get home from work is change my clothes, but it really was such a great day. What an incredible group of 4th grade students who I am so excited to spend the upcoming year with, and I really can't wait to meet the other half of our classroom tomorrow. It's kind of nice that I actually don't have anything to prepare for tomorrow because it is all ready to go. So I'm going to go enjoy my evening, rest up, and be prepared for the school day tomorrow. I really appreciate you watching today's video, for coming along for what was a really great first day of school. If you have any questions about anything I mentioned in the video, please feel free to leave them down below. I know this video is posted after a lot of us have started this school year, so I hope that things are going really well for you and your students. Share a comment down below of what the highlight has been so far for you and your students if you have already started the school year. And if you have not already started the school year, wishing you all of the best. Hope it is a smooth start and a safe start for you and your community. If you have not already done so, make sure you hit that red subscription button down below so that you do not miss out on any future videos. I so appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.